What's up, YouTube? It's me, your boy TJ. Today we're going to do a slightly different video. What I have here is the Lancer Tactical 22B Airsoft Rifle. AEG, which means it's an automatic electric gun. So it does take a battery here in the buttstock here. And this shoots about 400 to 400 FPS with 20 gram BBs. So this thing's, it's pretty legit. I've already taken it out, tested it a few times. Shoots very, very well, but I'll get into that later. But right now, let's just go into the little features of it. Well, first of all, this scope here I got off Amazon. That's just a basic airsoft scope, 3 to 9x magnification by this dial here. Originally it had this carrying handle on it with the aperture there, and that would go down to see your front sight here, which you cannot remove, non-removable, the front sight or this sling mount. So that's what it had as far as sights. It also came with these rail covers here, and these other two, I have one on the back side of this. These don't fit well hardly at all. It's really the only sides, for mine anyway, that actually don't slide. But these ones, they slide super easy, and I just think they're gonna fall off if I try to use them out in the field. So yeah, it comes with the row covers, carrying handle, which you can remove really easily. You just unscrew these knobs there, and it also comes with some stickers, which I don't know, are worth something. This comes with this little patch here you can put on anything. It's Velcro. Jamming rod, which pretty helpful to get some jammed BBs in there. High capacity magazine. I believe it holds 300 or so rounds. A winding magazine, and then your basic user manual, which doesn't actually say everything. I mean, it says that the battery goes into the handguard, which it does not. It goes into the buttstock. So it's good for some things, but just pretty generic manual for this. And well, let's get into it. All right, let's start at the front of the rifle. So how this is a little protector for the flash hider. So this just pops off. Yeah, it's on there pretty good, but so it's just like a plug thing goes over it. You can put on between rounds or to keep dirt from getting in there, I guess. Yeah, fits on there pretty snug. And then you got your front sight here. You can see through that. So yeah, you just look through that rear sight aperture, and then you got look through the front there. Basic Picatinny rails. I love the amount of rails that's on this. It's got rails on both the sides, top and bottom of the handguard. Very, very nice. I prefer the rail guards on the sides. Gives me a nice surface to hold on to and grip the rifle. Looks like it is full metal barrel. I don't know if it's steel or what, but it is a metal barrel. And the trigger it's actually a pretty well designed trigger. It's full metal, very not too heavy, not too light. It's a pretty well rounded trigger there. And mag release on my AR, it actually almost feels better than my AR. So this is built pretty accurately to an actual AR platform. Let's look here to the dust cover. So the dust cover does release. Let me get the charging handle here. So you gotta, just like a real AR, you gotta pull it back, pops it open, and now something called hop up, which can put backspin on the BBs. You pull back the charging handle, and it reveals the hop up, that little dial there. You push that down or to the right, it puts backspin on the BBs, so it'll make them rise. And if you put it to the left, then it will cause topspin, making the BBs drop at a distance. So you kind of want to mess with that and find what distance you want to be shooting at, and see where you need to go from there. I have it set about 50 yards right now. 50 yards I can hit anything the size of my fist pretty consistently. I'm actually very impressed. They do drift a bit, the BBs, since they're only 0.2s, so I think if I bump up to like 0.25s, I'll be able to drop in pretty consistently. I'll sacrifice a bit of the FPS, but I think it will be worth it. Alright, let's look at the grip here. The grip, I think I actually like more than my AR. I like its more angled look to it. It is a textured grip on both sides, and a nice spot to put your in between your fingers here. This little notch, very nice spot. Yeah, very well designed grip. Then we got just a placebo bolt pusher here, since there's really not a bolt that's actually doing it. You know, it's just a cover that there. So this does nothing. And let's see, we got that. This here, this is for sling mount. It's the same on both sides. What that does is you can put in, just grab it here, this little push release sling mount. So it's got this button on it right here. This button, put it in, just snaps in like that. So push it. It's a little harder to get out, but I think that's a good thing. There we go. There's your thumb. Okay, so you push it, and you can take it in and out. Very nice. And the sling I just got on Amazon. It's like a CV Life sling. It's like 20 bucks or whatever. Cheap sling, but I'll be able to use it for my AR as well. So that's a bonus for that. That's the thing about a lot of the attachments or accessories that I get with this. I can move to my AR and vice versa. Alright, so let's look on the other side. Let me get this out of the way. Sling. Okay, let's look on the other side. So on the other side, normally this is the bolt catch button. So after your last round ejects, the bolt will stay back, and just smash that and the bolt will slam forward when you put a new mag in. But this does nothing. It's just a placebo like the bolt pusher. And another neat feature is we have our safe, so it does nothing. I don't have the battery connected right now. And then I got semi, and it also has an automatic feature which shoots pretty fast. I mean, it has a nice rate of fire to it. I have experienced some issues, not very common, but it happened like 3 times, where I'm shooting semi. I don't know if I'm not just the release, I'm not releasing all the way, but there have been times where I can't pull the trigger. There's just a block, like it's not safe. I can't push it anymore. So when that happens, I switch to auto, I shoot once, and then go back to semi, and it continues as normal. So it could just be user error on my part, but I'll have to put my rounds through it and see what it does. Then we have our badge here, Lancer Tactical, that's the company. It's an lt-22b is the model. It's an older model, but it's a decent price actually. So let's move on to what I've put on this. Got my scope 3 to 9x. Not super powerful. It's meant to be like a 22 scope or an airsoft scope, and it works very well for what I need it to do. And you might have noticed these here. these are canted rails. I actually got 3 of them, but I only need 2 because eventually I'm going to put on some flip up iron sights. So how this is going to look is you look down, you know, you got the, see if we can do this. Maybe. Yeah, so you got the sight here. And then, you know, someone's getting close. Boom, you go over. You got those canted sights. Yeah, this thing's heavy too. It's like 7 or 8 pounds. But yeah, you got those canted sights. You can look right down those, and then I'll have some flip up sights on that. So I'm kicking it around, but I might just put those on my AR too. We'll see what happens. It came with just the regular mag. It does fit very snug. It's a very snug fitting mag. I got another mag of the same type just off the internet, and you know, it says made in China. This one actually fits, you know, it goes right in, whereas this one, you know, I'm trying to put in it, it's very snug. So I may just use this one and keep the one it came with as a backup. So I would recommend getting another mag if you purchase this. Alright, so we're out here in the backyard. I'm going to be shooting up there on that lid. I don't know if you can see it leaning against the shed there, but I got it ranged in for a lot farther than this, so I'm just going to take a few shots here and see what happens. Alright. That was 3 out of 5. Not bad from here, it's pretty close. Let's try backing up just a little bit. Alright. I'll put 5 more shots down there and see what happens. It's going a little high, but shouldn't be an issue. Alright, so let's try this again. I'm going to do some semi-auto, and then I'll do an automatic first. Alright. Alright, so I've been having it at 3x right now, so I'm going to go ahead and zoom it in all the way to 9. Let's see what we can do now. I'll do semi-auto and then do a full auto burst. Alright. Might have to adjust the hop up. Alright. So, what we got here, this is a good example of hop up. So, look over here. This is our hop up here. So if I move this to the left just a little bit, there, I put more top spin on it. And now let's see what the difference is. You see the difference already in it. Yeah, alright, let's go to auto. It's even maybe a little bit too much top spin. So let's adjust it one more time. That's how sensitive it is. So just that little bit. That's much better. Alright, so that concludes my review and testing of this. I think if I move to 0.25 grains instead of the 0.2s that I have in it currently, I think it'll drop in a little better, won't be as light. The wind, there's a slight crosswind right now, won't affect it as much. So that concludes it. TJ out.